Shri Devegowda ji.
Thank you very much, Mr. Chairman. Honorable Prime Minister is present in the House. I would like to express my sincere thanks to him. When I was addressing the House...
Coincidence.
Coincidence, just coincidence. Sir, Honorable Prime Minister, while replying to the vote of confidence motion in the very same House, has given a categorical assurance to this House. Any important decisions concerning the country will be taken as a consensus decision. The same thing he was reiterated when he was replying to the motion of thanks on the presidential address.
Please silence. Former Prime Minister is speaking.
Sir, the question of the nuclear test which was conducted by this government under the leadership of Mr. Atal Bihari Vajpayee ji. Sir, this issue has not come up before the Prime Minister for the first time. Just now, Honorable Member from Anna DMK has mentioned in 1983 this matter was came up before then the Defence Minister Mr. Venkatraman. Sir, in 1995 and in 1996, in 1997, when Mr. Narasimha Rao ji was the Prime Minister, when I was the Prime Minister, then Mr. Gujral ji was the Prime Minister, this matter was considered. Senior member Jagmohan ji has mentioned there is no courage for the previous Prime Minister to take a decision. I would like to just mention courage or conviction is not the issue alone when you are going to take a decision on an issue of this type. And another argument was advanced by some members, there is no need to take the opposition to confidence or the House to confidence or to discuss with any of the leaders. This is one of the arguments which was advanced by several members. Quoting the Pokhran 1 test by late Srimati Indira Gandhi. Sir, the political situation in this country is totally different today. Yes, technically and numerically, you have got the mandate of this House. On the day of the vote of confidence, you got the mandate of this House. I have no dispute on that. But I would like to ask the Honorable Prime Minister, when we are heading a coalition government with 13 political parties on an important issue like CTBT, the question of signing CTBT, then the External Affairs Minister, Mr. I.K. Gujral, approached your good self, approached the former Prime Minister, Mr. Narasimha Rao, who was then the leader of the parliamentary party of the Congress, and Shri Chandrasekhar, and here our friend, senior most leader, Mr. Somnath Chatterjee is here. All these 4-5 important leaders was consulted before we took a decision. I am only just mentioning how we try to take the House to confidence or every political party to confidence when we decided not to sign the CTBT in 1996. That's all what I would like to just recollect, how in a coalition government we try to function, and your good self is also heading a coalition government with 18 or 19 political parties. You have taken the decision, you are courageous and bold enough. For that, I will congratulate you. But today, you need the cooperation of the House. You need the cooperation of the people of this country to face the challenge by our neighbors. To extend our cooperation, sir, you should also show your magnanimity. We are not courageous to take a decision, yes. In my letter, I wrote this letter on 15th. The test was conducted on 11th and 13th. I do not want to go into the letter which was written to the President Clinton. I am not going to take the time of the House. Sir, Honorable Prime Minister, when the Defence Minister tried to make a provocative statement against China, against Pakistan, particularly against China, the Honorable Prime Minister and his PMO's office on May 6th, in what appeared to be a damage control exercise, the government today reiterated its commitment to the process of dialogue for normalization of relations and development of friendly, cooperative and good neighborly and mutually beneficial ties with China. In a statement issued here today, the official spokesman of the External Affairs Minister, which you hold the portfolio, emphasized the continuing relevance of the 5 principles of peaceful coexistence jointly enunciated by the two countries for the development of the bilateral ties. I do not want to read the entire the news which has been appeared. Sir, the External Affairs Minister in 1979. And not only as External Affairs Minister, even as opposition leader, your contribution for our external policy, the whole House appreciated. As opposition leader, as External Affairs Minister, and even as Prime Minister, yes, we have no grouse. But the way in which things have been handled from 19th onwards, 19th March, sir, we are also equally concerned. We were not so much competent or courageous to take decisions. Sir, I was in office for 11 months. Sir, what was the threat perception? The dispute between India and Pakistan about Kashmir, or the border dispute between China and India? Yes. As you have quoted in your letter, it is there since from last 50 years. It's nothing new. The militancy or the insurgency, what was yesterday cited by our Honorable Home Minister, there is nothing new. After you went to China in 1979, and subsequently after Rajiv Gandhi ji has visited in 1988, and Narsimha Rao ji visited in 1993, and when the President of the China visited this country, sir, I broke the protocol. I myself went to the airport to receive him. I think for the first time, a Prime Minister of a country goes to the airport to receive the dignitary of the neighboring countries. This is the first time I broke the protocol purposely. Sir, we entered into a treaty, confidence building treaty. After that, what happened, sir? Please enlighten the House. You have got every material with you. I do not want to say what the raw report is, what the IB report is, and what the defense intelligence says. Mr. George Fernandez, as defense minister, try to give the citation of the standing committee report. Those reports are not the only basis for taking in such major decision. Sir, 1997, 1998, last year, China and India, the foreign trade, our trade has gone up beyond $1.75 billion, if I am correct. Our trade has improved last year. And our bilateral talks, sir, this, can you call this security threat was one of the major reasons for taking this courageous decision? And as Honorable Home Minister yesterday tried to enlighten the House, we wanted to put an end to this insurgency which has been encouraged by our neighboring country, Pakistan. If you are going to achieve that, we welcome it. If you are going to achieve that, showing the bomb today, the capability, the nuclear capability of this country was proved in 1974 itself. 1974, when Madam Gandhi was the Prime Minister, the first Pokhran test, at that time, the Congress party was not trying to take the credit, taking the sand around the country. Madam Gandhi has never stooped to that level. Or Madam Gandhi has not asked her party to go and construct a temple there. Shakti Stoop.
All the political parties gave credit to them, all the opposition.
You see, deserve that.
Please, the Prime Minister is here to replay if I have gone wrong. To take a decision on CTBT, because I am heading a coalition government, I had not secured the clear mandate. 13 parties coalition. See, in a changed political situation like this, if you want the cooperation of the entire country, entire opposition, you must also have the magnanimity to take the cooperation of the opposition into confidence. That is what is needed. Today, why the House is divided? Where is the need for us to speak in two voices? Are we not patriots?
These are a few issues in which
Please,
official
please.
secrecy is very important.
I am sitting in the back bench. I have never intervened. I am the last person. What I feel, if things went wrong, I have got every right to tell this House. Sir, in 11 months, we tried to follow the policies of the previous government. Bangladesh issue, Ganga water issue, which we try to solve with the cooperation of all parties. Even Nepal issue, Mahalakshmi Treaty, Mahakal Treaty, we try to solve that problem. Sir, we try to improve the relationship with all our neighbors. Even in Pakistan, the official level talks will begin before I resign on 7th, if I am correct, April 1997. So we tried our best. Pardon? No, I am prepared. I am prepared. Just one second. I am prepared.
Don't divert him. Let him speak.
No. There is no need for me to violate the ruling of the speaker. Sir, I would.
One hour. Up to Prime Minister's reply. Up to 1 hour.
So, now the house has
Prime
been.
Minister reply, including the Prime Minister.
Now we have reached a very crucial stage of the debate. This type of
No, I am not so much anxious. That's all.
They want
Sir.
to disturb. That's not your job. That's the job of
What I would
1 hour.
like to.
It has been extended up to 7 p.m.
No, tell the Prime Minister has to reply. Whatever the time. Sir, some people try to argue the secrecy. Yes, the secrecy of such important issues is a most pivotal point. Sir, in April 23rd, I do not want to take the name of the leader in Madhya Pradesh. I don't want to go through the press cuttings. He says, be ready for the sanctions. They are patriots because they can know these important secret issues. And we are not patriots. The problem is this. And
which level?
he is a joint secretary of the particular organization.
Oh, RSS.
Sir, the chief of the organization, he says that the nuclear weapon is cheap. And why do you want to go for conventional weapon? Not only that, Bofors guns piling up. What is that aircraft? Our former defense minister. 30. Sukhoi 30. Why do you want to unnecessarily spend money on this? The nuclear weapons are so cheap. And not only that, he advocated, because the press cuttings are here, that's why otherwise I would not have talked based on the press cuttings. Otherwise there is no other agency for me to supply the information. Sir, the Honorable Senior Most Member of this House from this side,
Senior Most Shri Indrajit Gupta.
he has mentioned
No, but I was already a minister, so I want to know.
No one has to be non-ministerial.
Sir, the mouthpiece of the organization, one of the paper organizer, highlights so many things. Sir, if this secrecy, which is to be maintained according to you, how can all these organizations or the media can highlight? Please tell us how you can expect the cooperation from us if you have no confidence in us. If you have no confidence in us to discuss this important issue and take us to confidence, as you have promised on the first day, you have not kept up your words. That's all what I would like to say. How this Pokhran 2 test was conducted. It was a hidden capability. I can only say, India's capability nobody has doubted. Where was the need for the superpower to force us to sign the CTBT? Where was the need? If they have not considered that this country is not capable, they would not have put so much of pressure on us. They know this. It was a hidden capability which we try to maintain in the interest of, maintaining our relationship with our neighbors, especially in subcontinent. Now, we have demonstrated. We must compliment the scientists. There is no question of two opinion on that. And there are some people gave different versions. I do not want to enter into that controversy now. Sir, the problem is, as our former Prime Minister, Mr. I.K. Gujral, has mentioned some of the steps he has taken after I laid down the office to improve our relationship with US, with other, and UK and other countries. And not only that, the bilateral discussions which took place between the Prime Minister of Pakistan and Mr. I.K. Gujral, he has spelled out here in this very same house, just about half an hour back. Things were going on to minimize our tension. This test, now we have demonstrated our strength, our capabilities, whether we are going to weaponize or weaponization, what Defense Minister has said, all these things I am not going to seek comment. It is for you to decide on that. Sir, in the national agenda for governance, I will try to cut short my speech because I do not want to make a lengthy speech on this. Sir, the national agenda on governance, you have given so many promises. I am not going to doubt your intention. But today, how we are going to keep up your promise? Honorable Prime Minister, when he has visited the blast site, your good self has given a new slogan. Jai Jawan, Jai Kisan was the slogan given by Lal Bahadur Shastri ji. Your good self has given Jai Vignan. Another, huh? No, science, Vignan, in Kannada, that is Vignan is the science. Jai science. All right, it's all right. Pronunciation in Kannada is something else, and I also said, I am C. I don't want to enter into that controversy now. You have said 60% of your development grant is going to provide for agriculture and rural development. Can you keep up that promise tomorrow? I would like to ask this question. Why? In my letter which I addressed to the Honorable Prime Minister, when this matter came before me, I do not want to reveal what the discussion which took place between me and the two scientists. Because oath of secrecy is there, I do not want to reveal that. The decision when I took not to give the permission for the test was my primary concern. Because yes, I am coming from the rural area, I am a farmer. I don't hesitate to tell this. My primary concern was to solve the problem of the rural masses and the suffering masses in this country. That is the reason which I have quoted in my letter which I have written to you on 15th May. My friend Mr. Mulayam Singh ji was telling certain details of our capability. And some of our friends try to question that it is going to help our enemy. Nothing is secret. Nothing is secret. Everything has been printed. What is our China's capability and our capability and Pakistan capability, everything, your army size, your warheads. I don't want to go and read all these things. Yes? There is nothing new. Today our country's position is known by others, and the neighboring country's position, we also know this. Sir, now damage control. How? On what line? At least what the measures you want to take. Please take us to confidence. We may differ with your decision because of certain factors which I have mentioned. It is not a party issue. Whether with your consent, your party people have done it. I am not going to elaborate. Your senior ministers, cabinet ministers, brought people to your koti, and then you address in the official koti about the bold decision you have taken. Is it not political mileage of this so-called euphoria you have created? If you expect the country should be together in fighting such a vital issue, then this type of short-sightedness, I will tell you, is not going to keep the country together. And for the erection of the temple, the preparations are going on in Rajasthan. Is that in our national agenda? National agenda for governance. Is there? See, what the promise you have made, the BJP manifesto, I am not going to now raise any dissenting voice on that. It is your party manifesto. But when you have not get the clear majority for the smooth functioning of the government, you have drawn up your national agenda for governance. Is the temple construction is there? Then how do we extend our cooperation on these issues? Sir, I would like to request the Honorable Prime Minister, today the House is divided. There is no question of any hesitation to say this because of some of the events that has taken place from last 2 months. This today, if you want to take us to confidence, you spell out how the damage control will be. What are the strategies? Showing the bomb, the neighboring friends will not come to our negotiation table. Showing your bomb or the big bomb or the small bomb, the problem of the boundaries, the problem of Kashmir, the problem of northeastern states cannot be solved. Sir, we conducted the election in Jammu and Kashmir. There was no death. Only one bomb blast in the valley, that too in thickly populated area before 8 o'clock. Just only to see that the sufficient voters should not come to the booths. In the valley, in that thickly populated area, only one area there was a bomb blast. Nothing has happened. 53, 54, 55% the polling took place. The insurgency, the militancy, your good self has said, our Honorable Home Minister yesterday, react or proactive. I don't know whether proactive is going to improve the situation in Kashmir or solve the Kashmir problem. with this bomb in your hand. With your bomb in your hand. You have got that capacity now. You have shown that. You have shown your capability to the whole world. With this, if you can able to solve it, you will welcome it. Sir, lastly, I only request the Honorable Prime Minister, even now, it is for you to take the House to confidence. It is for you to take the people to confidence. If you want to take this issue on party lines, the things are going to be further worsened. This is all what I would like to say. Thank you very much, sir.